Hello, my name is Meganova, and this is Pillow Talk. Yesterday I watched Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel. Um, my last video on Coco was a bit too rambly, and I was mostly just like summing up the entire movie, and I feel like I should probably stray away from that and just give like an overall picture of what I thought about the movie and maybe talk about some key things in it. Okay, so first of all, I really enjoyed this movie. Like it was very enjoyable. But one very important key thing, you should not go into this movie blind. Meaning you should not go into this if you're not already well familiarized with the Fate franchise, because this movie explains nothing. Like, absolutely nothing is explained. Well, okay, a few things, but the basic things that are really important to understand what the hell is actually going on is not explained. They seem to expect that you already know this going in. So you should at least have watched either Fate Zero or the regular Fate Stay Night, or I guess Unlimited Blade Works, or hell, all of them. I haven't actually watched the two others, so there was a few things I was a bit confused on, but I had gotten things spoiled here and there, so I wasn't. It wasn't too bad for me, but I'm just putting this out there that you are going to be very confused, and not in a good way. Um. So yeah, that's like the first caveat. And second, this is part one out of three. They're making two more movies. The next movie should be coming out sometime this year. They didn't specify when, but sometime this year. So hopefully like around summer, maybe fall. I guess we'll see when the time eventually comes. But yeah, well, let's talk about the actual movie. First of all, the animation is just out of this world. I mean, it's Ufotable. Their animation is always on point. I don't think I've ever seen anything from them that wasn't. I mean, I was a bit mixed on that thing they made based on a game, God Eater. The art style was a bit. I wasn't quite sure about that, but the animation was still good. I just wasn't necessarily a fan of the art style, but I guess that's more to do with the game than with the anime, since I guess they just copied the art style from the game. I've never seen the games, so I have no idea, so I can't really say. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you already know the story to most of the Fate franchise, well, then you will know a lot of the basics going in here. This is just the Heaven's Feel route. I'll just say route from the visual novel, because there's like there's I don't know how many routes there are. I think there's only three. I'm not sure. But yeah, and well, and yeah, well, the scene where a lot of the things that would have been explained, that was just the opening credits. Like the super iconic scene of where Shiro he summons Saber. That is just like the beginning of the opening credits. So you really need to have watched other stuff going into this. It's kind of like with Spider-Man Homecoming, where they never show you Uncle Ben, or him dying, even though that is one of the most iconic things in Spider-Man ever. But it's because, as they said, well, they kind of expect that people will know about it at this point because it's been shown so many times before. And I feel like it's the same logic here. Like, there's been several series and movies and things before that has shown these events, specifically these events, that are pretty much the same over and over. So I guess that was the logic going into that. But yeah, the general story is you follow Shiro Emiya, and him becoming a master to Saber, going into the Holy Grail War, and all that fatey nonsense. And yeah, I mean, I can't really say too much and not spoil things. One thing that's kind of funny. The theater where I watch these anime movies at, it's like they have these Fathom events once every month, because anime still isn't taken very seriously over here, like I guess in most Western places. So, oh, now I lost my train of thought. That's great. Oh yeah, it's all the commercials before the movie. It really just seems like they have no idea what the audience is that goes to see these movies, so they just throw in a bunch of random shit that doesn't seem to have much interest to the kinds of people who would go in there, but they don't seem to have much idea about what kind of people go to see that kind of movie, so they just throw random shit in there. I can't even give examples because my memory with that kind of stuff is really shit. Like, when it's things that just doesn't interest me, I just blank out, I guess. Well, how else can I say more about this movie without spoiling too much? Because I do want to talk more about it. Well, sometimes it was a bit odd in the way that there were scenes that seemed like they should be taken seriously, but the way they were executed, they seemed more funny than serious and dramatic. That was a bit odd. Like, I mean, I didn't dislike it. At least it was funny, so it was something pretty much everyone in the theater just laughed at. But yeah, thirsty. Also, can't make this video too long because I just found out that today is the last day that Black Panther is running in 3D IMAX at my theater. And I kind of do want to watch that, and I just got money today, so I will be going in about an hour to go watch that. I'll probably go a bit earlier because I do not trust the trains. They have fucked me over other times when I had to go to the movies. Like when I had to go watch A Silent Voice, which I sadly didn't make a video on. I should have done that, but never mind. Where I missed the first like 10 minutes of the movie, like not just the commercials, but of the movie. Because the trains were like half an hour late. Like, it was fucking insane. I just ran from the station, and yeah, I just missed a bunch of the early things in the movie. Still haven't gotten around to actually check out what happened in the first 10 minutes. And also, it ended up being the dub, even though they promised that it would be the sub. But at least the dub is actually pretty good for it, so I didn't complain too much. I had some friends who went there who actually went and got their money back. Which is why I think when we got out of the movie, they were giving out free tickets to go and see other movies at some point, because yeah, they kind of fucked up. So yeah. Well, yeah, I don't really know what else to say about the movie without spoiling the shit out of it. And I don't really want to spoil it because it's really good. Though I will admit, since I have not seen any of the other like main series except for like Fate Zero, but I've also watched the spin-off Fate Collide. It has a really long name, I don't remember it exactly. Fate Collide, Prisma Ilya or something. But it's this character named Ilya, who also shows up in Fate Stay Night, and she's also a master of Berserker. Like every master has a specific class of why can't I remember what they're called? It's not Guardian. Well, whatever they're called. I don't remember exactly right now. But her servant is servant. Her servant is the Berserker. And the only thing I'd watched related to her, like, you do see her in Fate Zero, but it's not a whole lot, and she's like 8. And that doesn't really have anything to do with the plot. You just see her a few times, and it's mostly just foreshadowing. Oh, she's gonna show up later. I was not expecting that she would be like she's kind of a psycho. Like she's pretty much a yandere. And that kind of took me by surprise, I gotta admit. I was not expecting that. Like, I know I'm a noob to the franchise. Anyone who's watched it are probably gonna mock me in the comments if somebody's actually gonna comment on this. But yeah, I was not expecting that, because I've seen the first season of Fate Collide, and yeah, she's not like that at all in there. She's like extremely cute and adorable, and yeah, so that took me by surprise. That is a bit of a 180 of what I've used to when it comes to that character. But yeah, overall, really fun, really great movie. But you should not watch it if you're not already familiar with the franchise. Just remember that, or else if you don't mind being completely confused and having no idea what the hell is going on, I mean, it's still very pretty, so you can still enjoy it on that level, I guess. But yeah, I'm not gonna be giving scores or anything. I mean, if you want to know my score, you could go and check my my anime list. I guess I'll put a link to that in my description if you want to go look at that and check out my shit taste in anime. And but yeah, if you enjoyed my video, please like, comment, subscribe, and all that other jazz. Share it around if you want to. I could really need some more exposure, because I am really small right now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you closer to Christmas. Bye bye.